Have you ever watched your cat eat like it's a competitive sport? Head down, no chewing, just vacuum mode activated. And then, a few minutes later, that sound. You know the one. Somewhere between a cough and a life decision being questioned. And suddenly you're staring at a small pile on the floor thinking, okay, what just happened? And is this normal? Because here's the uncomfortable question most cat owners quietly carry around. Is this just a weird cat thing? Or is something actually wrong? And here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes it is harmless, and sometimes it's your cat telling you something important in the only way they can. So how do you tell the difference? And more importantly, what can you actually fix without turning mealtime into a science experiment? Stick with me, because the answer isn't what most people think. 1. The too fast, too furious problem. Let's start with the one that looks obvious, but goes deeper than it seems. Some cats don't eat. They attack food like it owes them money. No pause, no pacing, just inhale, swallow, repeat. Now here's the part most people miss. Cats aren't built to eat like that. In the wild, eating is slower. Catch, pause, chew, stay alert. But when food shows up in a bowl like an all-you-can-eat buffet, that natural rhythm disappears. So what happens? Food goes down too quickly. Air goes down with it. And the stomach basically says, yeah, we're not doing this today. And back it comes. Not because your cat is sick, but because the system got overloaded. Think about this for a second. If you ate an entire meal in under a minute, barely chewing, you probably wouldn't feel great either. Fix, slow it down, puzzle feeders, spreading food out, even just placing small portions at a time. But here's where it gets interesting, because not all after-eating vomiting is about speed. Sometimes it's about what they're eating. 2. Food sensitivity, the quiet troublemaker. Now imagine this. Your cat eats normally, not too fast, not too much. And still, a few minutes later, same result. This is where people start thinking, okay, something's off. And they're not wrong, because some cats react to certain ingredients in a way that's subtle, not dramatic, not immediate illness, just enough irritation that the stomach decides, let's reject this. Common triggers, protein sources that don't agree with them, sudden diet changes, even certain additives. And here's the tricky part. Cats can eat the same food for months, and then suddenly stop tolerating it. No warning, which makes it feel random, when it's actually a pattern slowly building. Fix, not a complete overhaul. Just pay attention to timing. If vomiting consistently follows a specific food, that's not coincidence. But hold on, because there's another cause that looks almost identical, but has nothing to do with the stomach itself. 3. Hairballs, but not the way you think. You've heard of hairballs. Everyone has. But here's where things get misunderstood. Most people expect hairballs to look like, well, hair. But often, it's just food, with a little hair mixed in. And it still triggers that same reaction. Why? Because hair doesn't digest. It sits there, builds up. And eventually the body says, okay, this doesn't belong here. And out it goes. Now think about grooming behavior for a second. Cats groom a lot, especially during shedding seasons, which means more hair going in, which means more chances of irritation. And here's the subtle part. This often happens after eating because the stomach is already active. So it's not the food causing the problem. It's just the timing. Fix? Brushing. Regularly. Not glamorous, not exciting, but incredibly effective. And if you've ever thought, my cat seems fine without it, this might be the hidden reason they're not completely fine. But what if your cat isn't eating fast, and it's not the food, and it's not hair? Then we look at something even more overlooked. 4. The too much at once factor. Here's a question most people don't ask. How much is your cat eating in one sitting? Because even if they eat slowly, a large portion can still overwhelm their stomach. Cats are designed for smaller, more frequent meals, not 2 big feasts a day. So when a cat eats a large amount at once, the stomach stretches, digestion struggles to keep up, and sometimes it just resets, which looks like vomiting. Not illness, just too much input at one time. Think about it like overfilling a backpack. Eventually, something's coming back out. Fix? Smaller meals, more often. And yes, this can feel like extra work. But here's the trade-off. Less mess, less stress, and a cat that actually keeps their food down. But here's where things shift a little, because sometimes it's not physical at all. 5. Stress, the invisible trigger. This one surprises people because we don't usually connect stress with vomiting, but cats do. Changes in environment, new pets, loud noises, even subtle routine shifts. All of it can affect how their body responds to food. Now here's the key detail. Cats don't always show stress the way we expect. No dramatic reactions, no obvious panic, just small physiological changes, like digestion getting disrupted. So your cat eats, and their body, slightly on edge, doesn't process it smoothly. Result? You see the aftermath, but not the cause. Fix? Not eliminating stress entirely, that's impossible. But reducing unpredictability, consistent feeding times, quiet eating spaces, a little stability in their routine. Because to a cat, predictability feels like safety, and safety affects everything, including digestion. Now, there's one more distinction we need to make, because this part matters. According to a completely unofficial statement from your cat, continuing to watch this makes you slightly more acceptable as a food provider. Interpret that how you will. 6. The difference that changes everything. Here's something simple, but powerful. Not all vomiting is the same, and knowing the difference changes how you respond. If your cat vomits immediately after eating, and the food looks mostly undigested, that's usually regurgitation. More mechanical, more about speed, volume, or irritation. But if it happens later and looks more digested, that leans more toward actual stomach upset. Different cause, different approach. Think about this for a second. 2 situations that look identical on the surface, but mean completely different things underneath. And this is where a lot of confusion comes from. Because without that distinction, everything feels random, when it's actually patterns waiting to be noticed. So let's go back to that moment at the beginning. Your cat finishes eating, walks away, and then that familiar sound starts. It feels sudden, unpredictable, maybe even a little alarming. But now you can see it differently. Sometimes it's speed, sometimes it's sensitivity, sometimes it's hair, portion size, or even stress quietly in the background. Not one big problem, just small signals. And the good news? Most of them are fixable, not with drastic changes, just small adjustments that make your cat's world easier to handle. Because cats don't need perfect conditions. They just need things to make sense. Gotta go now. I just heard that familiar sound my cat makes before throwing up. I should clean it up before he plays with it. Catch you next time. FurEver.